Hi, Assalamualaikum to Sahafizi. We are going to present about performance management. Our group consists of 6 members. I am Aini Binti Mohamad Rafe.
My name is AMIRA Binti ZAINUDDin.
My name is DINIE SOFEA Binti Mohamad.
My name is FATIN Binti Syu'aib.
My name is MUQRI bin Muhammad AZMI.
My name is Muhammad HAZZIQ bin Muhammad SAZLI.
Our group member AMIRA FARISYA binti ZAINUDDIN has interviewed Encik Juhairi bin Muhammad Ali. He worked at Maybank in Kuala Selangor and his position is branch manager. Our group chose Maybank because
Maybank was established at 1960 as the largest company by market capitalization on Bursa Malaysia. It was the ranked first among Malaysia listed company and among the top 500 company in the world's leading Forbes Global 2000 company. After that, the Maybank Group offer a comprehensive range of products and services include commercial banking, investment banking, Islamic banking, offshore banking, leasing and insurance, fostering asset management, stockbroking, and internet banking. So next, I want to pass the next presenter.
So we will move to explanation. First is prerequisite. Prerequisite are things that is required as a prior condition for something else to happen or exist. It is have two important prerequisites. First is knowledge of the organization mission and strategic goals. Second is knowledge of the job in question. So we move to the question. So question number 1 is, what mission does your company have to help the employee improve their performance? So the answer of the manager is, their mission of the company is to strive and sustain. They have performance management system. In example, branch scorecard, branch sales performance dashboard, and sales performance dashboard as monitoring tools to help to improve employee performance. So question number 2, what are the challenges that hinder the success of the mission? The most challenges to achieve their mission is currently to the COVID-19 pandemic, which they have to change and adapt to the new norm of whatever they are doing previously. So that's all from me. We move to the next presenter.
Okay, so for the performance planning, in the performance planning step, the organization supervisor and the employees will sit together and discuss the strategy and plan how to increase the performance. The discussion includes a consideration of result and behavior as well as a development plan. So for the first question, what type of employees development program that you will implement to help employees improve their skills? The development program that the company implement is e-learning conduct Zoom by the respective department and product owner and in-house training conduct by the branch management, where they are scheduled all of employees to attend the Zoom meeting to improve their skill on operational and sales activity. The second question, what if you have unmotivated employee? So how you will help the employees to regain their motivation? As a manager, they will call the employee for one-to-one session with the line manager, ask and address what are the issues that unmotivate them. After they find out the issue, the manager will find solution to strategy to the issue and rise internally or get assistance from the expert to regain staff motivation. So I will pass for the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Dini. So move to the next part is performance execution, which is human resource management is about to enter an extremely critical phase in its attempt to implement an effective approach for managing performance. A manager's job during the performance execution stage is to create an environment that encourages employees to be more productive and employees progress towards a certain objective. So at the performance execution stage, the following factor action by employees must be present in order to keep the PM process on the right track and although the employee has primary responsibility for performance execution. The supervisor also need to do his or her share of the works. In fact, monitoring the performance college has been identified as a key capacity. So we move the question. Okay, the first question is one, how do you ensure that employees are always on track to achieve the goal that have been set? So by monitoring daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis, what get mentioned get done. That will ensure that daily mantra are achieved. They must to do double if the daily target not achieved at the manager will call the employee for the decision how to improve the performance. Now, the second question, can you explain about the process that takes place for employees who apply for training program in the company? So employees have the option to request on their own or through the branch management for any training program that the company provide internally or externally. So that's all for me. So next, I want to pass the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Fatin. Next is a performance assessment. In the assessment phase, between employees and manager are responsible for evaluating employee behavior according to own portfolio. Although there are other sources that can be used in the collective performance information and most cases based on SPD. It is a type of domain. It is also assessment of the extent to which the goals set in the development plan have been achieved. For question one is what type of performance assessment conduct by the company? According the company that have choose, the branch performance with a scorecard, individual performance appraisal, promotion assessment, audit and compliance assessment, and many more depending on occasions. This performance overall and mostly depend with the portfolio, also performance indicator as a non-KPI. That's assessment based on the company system and is the type of domain called as a balanced scorecard. For second question is what are the common issues when conducting performance assessment? Based on the interview, they have been conducted for answer the problem and difficult is employees did not agree with the performance rating given to them and asked to be reassessed. The common issue is the staff not agree with the rate of them and staff argue. Then the performance is reflected on their SPD and the branch balance scorecard. Cost overall we take into consideration the branch performance will combine and the issue is not agree renting company rate to the staff. Next, we pass to next presenter.
Thank you, HAZZIQ. Now I will performance review. Performance review stage involve meeting between with employee and manager to review their assessment session. This is because it provides a formal setting for employees to receive feedback on their performance. Sometimes, have many managers are uncomfortable giving performance feedback, especially when performance is poor. Feedback is very important because it leads to performance improvement and employee satisfaction with the system. Next question. Question number one. What is one important decision you have made as a manager? Why was critical? During the performance review, one of the important decisions as manager used if a staff did not perform and the performance is below expectation. 100% is expected for all the staff to perform and meeting their target. Half is unacceptable, but half below that from the target get the management given to them is unacceptable. Next question number two. How would your previous direct reports describe your manager style? Supervision by management walking around and according to employer mission and vision. As the manager for the branch, direct reports to the regional director. The director who will assess the branch manager, so it will look into our past performance and the individual performance. How to describe the leadership, supervisory style, and sometimes it depends on branch different style of management and depends on the location of locality. Now I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Aini. So I'm going to talk about the next topic, which is the performance renewal and recontracting. So this is the final stage in performance management process. Basically, this identified to the performance planning. Performance renewal and recontracting is where the result prepared is being communicated by human resource professional as feedback. It also helps to identify and judge the behavior of the employees before and after the performance review. So we are going to the questions. So the first question is if employees do not achieve their desire of KPI or goals, how does the manager plan to help them achieve their goal in the next performance appraisal? So they will put the employee under consequence management program where they will review the employee for 6 months period, set the reasonable and achievable target. They are going to be coaching, guidance, support and assistance, monitor daily and review every 2 months to ensure the performance are on track. The second question is COVID-19 had a major influence on ham individuals when the market shift, as we all know. Many people are unable to repay their debts. Employees find it harder to achieve their KPI as a result. Thus, your organization evaluates employee performance plan based in the current situation. The answer for that is yes, they do evaluate employee performance during this COVID-19 pandemic with new norm and method. They also exclude number of months and target which under total lockdown to give fairly review of their performance, and it is also in line with the company humanizing financial institution. So I'm gonna give it back to HAZZIQ for the conclusion.
Okay, finally, is a conclusions. Before a performance management system can be deployed, the first step is to understand the mission and strategic objective of the firm. The most challenging things that need to the face is the MCU due the COVID-19 pandemic, which they have to change and adapt to the new form. For any individual or a team, performance planning is the methodical and disciplined strategy to achieving their intended goals over the evolution year. A manager job during performance escalation stage is to create an environment that encourages employees to be more productive. Human resource management is about to enter extremely critical phase in its attempt to implement an effective approach for managing performance. That's all from us. So thank you and goodbye.